Hey, welcome back. It's the Freak Show, and with us this morning, this is great. We've had him on before, and first time ever for this young lady on our show. Everybody say good morning to the very, very funny Sam Tripoli, and Tera Patrick is here with us this morning.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. That's how we roll.
There you go. So what's going on, man?
We're very excited to be back. I've missed this morning show. I've done a lot of morning shows,
Right?
but you guys are always the ones I can go a little crazier on. It's very interesting. I'm like,
say
apparently the
anything
FCC doesn't know about you guys.
No.
You guys are underground.
We're like America's best kept little secret. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like we should be on 1,000 stations across the country right now, but we're just not. And I like to keep it that way because we kind of stay off the radar.
I totally agree. When you were saying about you're going to go everywhere, I'm like, then you guys would get in trouble and they neuter you.
Exactly. We become like,
All the time.
man cow.
Yeah. Boom. Man cow's weird.
Oh,
You guys like him or you don't like him?
He's a friend of mine, but I will say that he's a very, very strange man. He's out of Chicago. You know?
Yeah, he asks you to call in and then he's like, hang up on you.
Right.
Hi, we got Sam Tripoli. Hang up. I'm like, what? I got up at 5 in the morning for this?
Right. You know what his problem is? His problem is, who's the guy that's on Mike and Billy, what's his name? Mike and Mindy?
Oh, yeah,
Mike
yeah.
and Molly and
Billy Cordell.
Billy Cordell. He had Cordell on, and I swear to God, he had him on for 4 seconds and didn't say another word to him. He asked him one question, and then he just sat there like, what do I do? And it's like all this weird music that he's playing, and it's just very strange. He's riddled with ADD.
Yeah.
And he just lets that dictate his show.
I was excited when they waterboarded him. That was a good moment.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun.
There. Yeah. But glad to be back.
Glad to have you
back.
here. It's good to have you here. And you're doing the Naughty Show
Yeah.
this weekend at
I'm
the
very
Comedy
excited.
Club.
Captain Brian's Off the Hook Comedy Club's the only one crazy enough to bring us out.
Right.
And
That's awesome.
yeah, we're very excited about it, and it's a fully interactive multimedia variety show where the crowd is part of the show, and we bring people up, and we're gonna name a air humping champion,
Nice.
which will go on to the national championship.
Now, who gets to judge the air humping?
Well, Tera Patrick, and
Tera,
the crowd,
okay.
the ladies in the crowd, they decide. We
right on.
judge on sensuality, rhythm,
Right.
style.
Now, what were you on when you came up with this idea, this Naughty Show, this interactive variety show?
It was a little bit of Angel Dust with
Oh, right.
a tip of PCP, so
Oh,
it was a
good.
good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was just like
Show
how do I you know what? I've been doing comedy for a while.
Right.
And I just see what's on television, and it's so controlled, and it's so like this alternative stuff that
Yeah.
nobody's ever really laughing at. It's like
No.
so weird.
Right.
And I've just, I grew up on Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy,
Right,
where
sure.
it was like an experience, and you heard stuff you can't hear. Maybe here on this show, but
Yeah.
most cubicle places, you can't hear this stuff. And
No.
I used to love that, and then I'd watch comedy. I'm like, this is not what I grew up on. So I'm like, how can I bring that to the club? I was known as the world's greatest bar comedian. Like I would go in these crazy bar gigs, and I would be like Patrick Swayze Roadhouse, going
Right.
like left boot on a crowd, and say,
There'd be
and
like
I'm
a chain link fence that you were standing behind,
Exactly,
and the crowd would be
like-
throwing beer bottles at you.
Blues Brothers style,
Right,
right?
exactly.
And I was like, man, this is like, why isn't this at the comedy club? So I
Sure.
came up with this show, The Naughty Show, and we're blessed that it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and Captain Brian's cool enough to bring us out, and
That's awesome.
and
Yeah.
it's been going awesome. So we do a lot of stuff. We do air humping, fake orgasm contest. We're giving away fleshlights because we're sponsored by the fleshlight company.
yes.
Now, for those that don't know what a flashlight is, this is it's shaped like a mag light, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But inside,
Yeah.
it's like a thing for a man
Yeah.
to be able to pleasure himself.
Yeah, it feels real, man.
Yeah, if you tried it out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because you think about yes, of course I tried it out. Does Michael Jordan wear Nike sneakers? Does he? You don't push something you don't know.
Yeah. You're not gonna sponsor something you don't know, right?
Yeah, it's like Michael Jordan's like, Che, wear my sneakers. I don't know what they feel like, but you should try them. No, you got to try the product.
I see.
And we got one for good looking over here.
I want it now.
Where Chocolate Thunder's gonna have one.
I want it now. I want there's the longer versions of the Maglite. I don't want the mini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the
Yeah. We got the urban style too. You know what
Actually, he goes against the stereotype. He just needs a little keychain.
I'm saying? Really? Oh, you're the unicorn. You go the opposite way.
I want it all.
Yeah.
I love that about you.
So Sam Tripoli and Tera Patrick is the naughty show this weekend at the Off the Hook Comedy Club. By the way, 389-6900 or buy the tickets online at offthehookcomedy.com. Now, how did you get Tera Patrick? How did you become involved in this this whole thing, this whole naughty show thing?
No, Sam and I were connected through my old publicist, and we emailed for a while, and then
Your people called his people.
his people called my people.
My people stalk
Yeah.
their people.
Actually,
Yeah, his people creeped my people.
Yeah,
Yes.
and she's actually really one of the most entertaining people you ever know. It's
Right.
so weird when I have some of the adult film stars. I try to go out of my way to be respectful for them, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's do some crazy stuff."
Yeah.
And and she's always like that. She's always like, I could get naked if you want in the show. I'm like, and that's always a good option.
it's always a good
You
option. It's
understand
always
what
like
I'm
you have that in your pocket.
It's always good you have one. Because Tera Patrick's the only human being ever to be on Penthouse and Playboy in the same month.
Right.
Do you know how unheard of that is?
That's
like
amazing.
doing Leno and Letterman in the same night.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And she did it,
And
and
then
like,
swinging over and doing Conan.
yeah, exactly. So then she loves coming up. She loves getting the crowd interaction. She loves teaching girls how to do fake orgasms, teaching guys how to make that sweet love.
Right.
And she's like really fun at, and she's great at the show. It's
times.
incredible.
No, we give my fleshlight away too.
Yes, your fleshlight.
Ah.
Now, is that when you say Tera Patrick's fleshlight? Is that modeled after your?
My vagina.
Really?
Yeah.
No
Actually
kidding.
molded it.
So is it like a dual-sided thing? Like,
There's more than one. I have a mouth mold.
Hey!
Now, what is the process of getting that done? Right.
That's funny.
How do they do that? You lay down and
You lay on
Who
your
did
back.
your mold?
Right.
Tell them who did your mold.
My boyfriend, actually.
your
That's
boyfriend?
how she met her boyfriend.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
no.
how you met your boyfriend?
Yeah.
So he was the guy that does this. This is what he does for a living? He
No.
does.
Well, he was contracted. He does molding and sculpting and
Right.
does.
So somebody called up and said, "Hey, we got a
We need you
vagina
to
mold."
mold some vaginas and some mouths and some butts.
And he said, "I guess if I have to."
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
Why
much.
not?
Yeah.
And
but-
so you laid down, and your nether regions are all exposed and everything,
Yeah.
and he's the sculptor.
Yeah,
that
no,
is
well,
going
it's
to-
the same. It's basically the same equipment that they use to like when you mold your teeth,
Right.
like what they use at the dental office or whatever. But yeah,
Sure.
they just pour the plaster on your bits.
And just like at the dentist, you get a lollipop when you're done.
Yeah.
I got more than a lollipop.
I bet.
But
Yeah.
So you met this guy
Video?
there, and how did you get to? I mean, you're sitting there and you gotta talk to him while
I
while it's
couldn't
going on.
talk because there's this material over my mouth. It
Right.
was actually the one time I couldn't talk.
That's why he probably loved you. He's like,
Yeah,
oh,
right?
oh, so it was live.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we met.
Wow.
That's all.